set this before the stream. I almost called this Steam Deck. What's it called? Streamlabs? This shit does not work half the time. I said, because I knew it was gonna happen, because I had the thing unplugged and turned off, so I had to plug it in and then turn it back on, and then I was like, okay, well now I have to check the sources to make sure it works, and it wasn't working, so I set it to the Yeti X. And it was working, it was showing up on the thing. So I was like, okay, perfect, we're good to stream. I started the stream, I went back to the same exact source window, it stopped working again. So I don't know, this Streamlabs shit gotta figure itself out, because I'm not gonna figure it out for them. Hello, how are you? This is gonna be a little bit different of a stream. I don't have a game set up, as you can probably tell. You can also tell by the thumbnail. I don't have an official thumbnail here. This is going to be, in a way, an extension of Monday Morning Coffee. We're just going to talk. We're going to chill. Like I said, past couple of streams, no drama. Well moisturized. All that sort of stuff. I'm thinking of changes to this channel going forward. I know this is a very generic thing for a person who's like on the internet to say, like, oh, we're going to be having changes. I think because in Monday Morning Coffee, this Monday, this is how fast this stuff works. This Monday, I was hinting at this sort of stuff. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm shaking the table. I was hinting at this sort of stuff where it was like, you know, I'm going to have to cut down to one stream a week. And then on Tuesday, I kind of did like a, you know, every once in a while I do a sectioning of like all of my different stuff. So it's like, you know, all the main courses of like JBR, Stukery, you know, the fun, jokey stuff like I do on here. And I kind of focus on, okay, what can I get rid of and what can I focus on and how do I make this a lot more focused because it's just me, right? And so Monday Morning Coffee is always a staple, and Monday Morning Coffee is always something that I see as being like very important to me. I'm using a new app. I'm always using different apps. I'm always for that lifestyle change. Right now I'm using one called Rise. It's a time tracker, and usually I'm not a big fan of time trackers, but this one's quite good. Except that sometimes, like when I'm talking on a stream, it doesn't know how that works. It doesn't know what talking on a stream means, so I have to set it manually. I set this as a meeting. So I've been figuring out and focusing all that different stuff that I'm working on, and I feel like there's two things that fit here really well, and it's Monday Morning Coffee and Indie Game Roundup. The thing that I couldn't really fit in was the Friday Fun streams, because even though they are fun, they are beginning to take a toll. Not necessarily on my mental health. That's all the other bullshit that's stacked on my plate that's taking a toll on my mental health. But the idea of, like, having to figure out what game to play, setting up the game, going through all that stuff. And I'm fine with just streaming and talking. I've gotten very good at that over the years. Of just turning a camera on, pressing the live button, and just going at it. I've gotten pretty good at that. And you can see that from Monday Morning Coffee and all that sort of stuff. And so I was thinking, okay, well, what's a way that I can kind of just focus on the basics? And so I was thinking, I was workshopping this, and I was workshopping this only moments ago, so this is nothing official. But I was thinking of turning Monday Morning Coffee into the stream that I do every week. Almost as if it was a podcast, and combining it with the Stukery newsletter, because the Stukery newsletter is something that I'm thinking of sunsetting also, because nobody really does newsletters anymore. And I feel like at this point, I just kind of need that one time where I just kind of talk about all that stuff in general, of like what I'm working on, what just got released, and then, you know, any other fun stuff like what am I reading, what am I playing, things like that, and combining them all into one. And I feel like that could be a perfect opportunity for Monday Morning Coffee. Also, potentially changing the name from Monday Morning Coffee, but I have no idea what I would name it, so that we're not focused on doing this every Monday morning, because it's very inconsistent off of that. So I'll have to figure out a different time. And I no longer have to drink coffee. I've decided I've become a tea drinker now. I had a lot of exponential life changes on Tuesday. This is one of them. Focusing on the tea collection. Because I have a lot of tea and I never drink it because I got a show called Monday Morning Coffee. So I always got to drink coffee. I'm fine with drinking a cup of coffee. We can call it Monday Morning Coffee. I don't really care about that part. But the idea of just like having like a chill stream once a week rather than having to have like a set schedule. And I've talked about this on like Monday Morning Coffee before of just having like a time. And we could still have, I think another thing that's important about it too is like that opens it up to only do it like streams other than like this sort of like weird podcast thing, having it only be like special stuff, like the Grotto Beast unboxing that I'm going to do at some point. That would not be, well, actually that would be a pretty good like weird podcast chill stream sort of thing to do actually, so that might fit pretty well. But I don't know, focusing more on that stuff potentially rather than, you know, just like playing games, stuff like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to figure it out where things go. But also, but that's not to say that there's one stream a week now, because I still think Indie Game Roundup is really important too, because that fits with JBR, right? I feel like we want to support indie game developers, but I also think it fits better on this channel, which is exactly what I said 2 days ago, which is good. That means I'm at least consistent over the course of 2 days. Although I guess I'm not necessarily consistent over the course of 2 days because I said that there was, well, whatever. We'll figure that part out. So I think Indie Game Roundup is definitely going to be a staple, and I think it's going to be every other week, and then we just have this, I don't want to call it a podcast because I've been doing the podcast shit. I've been calling my shit podcasts forever, and they've never really been actual podcasts, so just like a stream once a week where we do stuff like Monday Morning Coffee, where I have like a list of topics. I think I should keep the name Monday. I think we're going to keep Monday Morning Coffee. I don't want to change it. There's too much of a brand. There's too much of a brand there. But I think we can change the thumbnail. And I think we can probably focus on doing better thumbnails from here on out. Especially this. This is my worst one yet. Easily my worst one yet. I also don't want to focus too much on the amount of time it takes for me to do stuff. Whether it be, you know, an hour 30, 4 hours, whether it just be like 5 minutes. I'm fine with doing whatever. So I think that's another big, important focus that I'd like to settle on in the future. And also some quality controlling, because we don't really do that either. So focusing on, like, if there are... Because, like, there's some YouTube shorts that get blamed. And I'm like, okay, what if I just keep them on TikTok if I delete them from here? So I keep everything, like, super clean, because I'm very, like... I don't want to say OCD, because that's like a... What is that? Ableist? Is that what they call it? I like to keep things super clean though. I like to be like, okay, this is we're only keeping like the essential stuff on this channel. That sort of thing is important to me. But I mean, that's kind of that's kind of my focus going forward. I feel like, is I want to focus more on that, and we'll still do it on Monday. It'll still be sort of Monday morning, and I'll still have the coffee gimmick. Because even though I'm focusing on tea, I mean, it's like once a week on Monday, so it's not a very big deal. I would like to talk for longer, but my stomach is now telling me that I have not eaten today. I thought I ate a big breakfast, and I had skipped lunch, and now we're going into dinner. And I just realized right before starting this that I actually didn't eat breakfast. There was no breakfast, but I thought I had it. So I gotta eat, at least something probably before dinner. Because I usually have dinner at like 6 or 7. I feel like I gotta have something. So I might need to get something from the fridge. But I would like to have a show that's more like, I mean, we could aim for an hour, but it's just me going on random tangents, like talking about the updates. So let's think about it. Let's workshop this. We do this all the time on Monday Morning Coffee. We do this all the time on all my other shows. Why don't we just do it here? Oh, and I would like to do no, I don't want to say that. Never mind. I was gonna say I would like to do reactions, but that could be anything. Because I have a lot of I got a lot of really dumb fucking ideas on the docket for like special streams that honestly, all those special streams could probably just be this like weird podcast thing that I'm doing. We're workshopping right now. Okay, what was it? What did I want to write down? Oh yeah, the topic. So like updates. So stuff that I'm working on, things that released for that week, because it's a Sukuri newsletter. Stuff in your Sukuri newsletters includes like games played, all that sort of stuff. And then also maybe like special topics. If we could do like maybe a special topic each week, that might be a lot. And there's also going to be, I also know that there's going to be times where it's like, I'm not going to have time to do it. So I might have to decide like the day of. I already started doing the podcast. I filmed the flow. I'm doing it. There's a lot of momentum. I'm like, oh, what if we started watching sensory videos right now? Baby sensory videos for another hour. I think we could do it. Let's do it like right here. That part might not work as well. Maybe cut that one up. Maybe cut that one off. But I think you could have like special time. Like we could do. Because here's what that could look like, right? Oh, and in terms of the highlights, too, for the shorts, we could probably still do shorts every Tuesday and Friday for, like, the next year. Because we had so many streams. And honestly, we could just take cuts from this and turn into a stream also. Or turn it into a short also. So I'm not really worried about that either. I just have to focus on being funny during these ones as well. I'm going to name this. So I don't like... I've sometimes... Yeah, overwrite that. I've sometimes made like big lists of things I want to talk about during like a Monday morning coffee or something. And then I close out of it and I don't save it. And I have no idea what I'm talking about for that day. Because I had that entire list written down. I forgot everything. I think there's one or two times where that happened and I straight up said that it happened. It's happened more than once or twice. Sometimes I haven't admitted it. But you can usually kind of tell. Anyway, so I think that's a good model going forward of something that I want to do, and just having like a fun little like chill like talk show, sort of whatever the fuck you want to call it, if it's a podcast or whatever. I don't like the term podcast. That's like a dirty word now. I feel like if you want to, I want to start a podcast. What if we like bring in a bunch of like industry experts, and we talk about we all whisper like this. I just made someone leave from that, so that we're not doing a podcast. Somebody entered in during the podcast bit and then immediately left after the podcast bit, so that's not what we're doing right now. But I would like to have a chill stream where I just share updates. I have like some workshopping either for myself or I talk to others if other people are here. But it's mostly for me. And then the thing that's for other people are the special streams, which don't happen every week. They just happen some of the time. Because I feel like those ones are like more people would see it, rather than if I was just focused on like desperately trying to just do a stream that week. I don't know. But if you have a different opinion, say it in the comments below, so you can get your voice heard. Whereas I feel like if it was a special thing, like a you laugh, you lose or whatever, then people always have some motivation to click on that, rather than if it is just random, like, oh, this guy's playing BMMG. I might check it out, but it's not like super important, right? I want that ad to go to these streams. Or it's like, oh, he's just talking, whatever. That's not as important. But if it's like a special thing, then you would click that. I feel like there's more likely that you would click that, which is what I'm going for. And then the indie game roundups, it's like, oh, this is the new indie games for the week. That might be cool. I want to see what's out. I want to see what's released. So more people would click that too. And then in terms of the videos, so the videos, like the video releases, nothing like that would change, because it's just going to be like, it's probably going to be special topic streams. Anything like that is going to be the new thing. But I also think we need some new thumbnails and stuff for Monday Morning Coffee. Because I'm tired of the funny faces. I know, I flipped. I lied. I'm not consistent from this Monday to this Wednesday. That's not true. I flipped. I've decided that actually I don't want the funny faces. I want to get rid of all the funny faces. I want to get rid of all the outdated boys and girls art because unfortunately that shit moves at a mile a minute, the AI art stuff, and those images already don't look good compared to what I have now. You can get a hint of what I have now on the Twitter if you go to twitter.com/Stukery. But yeah, I have to cut this short. I wanted to do an hour. I wanted to keep going and just keep ranting and just have this be the chill stream, but holy shit, my stomach has decided very specifically right now to start punching me in the gut. So unfortunately, I do have to go eat something today. It's when the realization kicks in. That's what it is. Because I was fine for the rest of the day because I thought I had eaten breakfast. It was only when I realized that was a lie that I started feeling it. Because you can trick your body into thinking you consumed like a ton of food, I'm sure. But, yeah, this isn't going to work, unfortunately. I do have to eat. I do have to go. I have to pick up my package. I said I had this call out to the very beginning of the stream. I got to do a package. Actually, was that on stream? Or did I not say that on stream? Whatever. Well, I got a package I have to get down. So maybe I'll run down, get like a sandwich or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This is going to be a short one. It's going to clock in around 18 minutes. But I just wanted to say kind of how I'm feeling on this sort of stuff. Hey, if you disagree with me, feel free to put in the comments. Tell me what you guys want to see. There's not that many of you, but, you know, I know there are some. So if there's something that you specifically would like to see, let me know. But I feel like this is probably what most people would find interesting, is the optional every week stream of, hey, he's just talking about stuff, maybe I'll just hang out. And then the bi-weekly stream of Indie Game Roundup. Oh, cool. Let's see what new games are out. And then the special streams that are like, ooh, okay, now I want to see this one because he's going to do some insane fucking dumb shit. I think some games will make a special stream appearance. Blade and Sorcery, I think, will make a special stream appearance. I should also write down all my special stream ideas. Well, I have them. Like I said, there's a docket. But if I'm doing this formula now, I should make sure I know that. Anyway, so I actually have to leave. My stomach hurts. And I can keep going, but I shouldn't keep going. We're now going to hit this at 20 minutes. I'm going to hit this at exactly 20 minutes, and then I'm going to stop. Thank you. I'm going to let the outro run too, so the outro counts part of that. But thank you. I'll see you guys on Monday. I think I'll see you pretty regularly on Monday from this point out until we get started with Indie Game Roundup again, which might be next week or it might be the week after. But until then, I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.